colleagues. My name is Yevgen KOTUKH. I'm co-author of Olga KUCHMA, and today jointly we would like to present our paper towards IT audit approach of public sector cloud services under condition of martial law in Ukraine. On introduction, I would say that martial law in Ukraine has been introduced since Russian invasion became, and as well as adoption of law of Ukraine on cloud services and several secondary legal acts. So we face their significant increase of use of cloud computing by public entities, state organization and public organization as well. Due to significant damage to the country's IT infrastructures and the threat of loss of state information resources, this change have required public entity managers to make rapid decisions regarding the optimal architecture of workloads and other, let's say, parameters, volume of resources, degrees, automation, other. So, which could let us to understand more in practical way the economical use of payment funds for cloud services. So the law of Ukraine on cloud public services, which is adopted on February 2022 and entered into force of September 16th of 2022, regulates the following issues, and in particular you can see on my slide. So the most important things here is that Article 3 of Law of Ukraine on Cloud Services include the definitions and understanding of infrastructure as a services, platform as a service, software as a service, and security as a service. So within our methodology, we start to understand more deeply and in practical way how the IT audit and what is the major of IT audit could be introduced for the approach which shown by the law of Ukraine on cloud services. So, and in particular way, we have analyzed the different approach, and in terms of the concept of cloud services which was introduced by the law. It actually was based on three-level topology or three-level model of cloud services, which introduced infrastructure as a services level, platform as a service level, and software as a service level. So within their international rating and the surveys that we have analyzed during our research job, we understand that it will be a good solution and good example to research and make the progress on a particular system, which is actually Microsoft Azure system, which is kind of leader in infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, which provides the powerful combination of services, allows public users to build, deploy, manage applications, providing the high performance and more options. So we have analyzed and make some research on Microsoft Azure. The main things was to understand better, as much better as we can, everything which is related to configuration, demands, and how actually the public users can use the platform. And of course, we have paid a lot of attention on the main mechanisms of how the Microsoft Azure works itself as a service. So one of the mechanisms was also introduced by Microsoft Azure, which is called WAFR, and such a mechanism consists of 5 pillars of architectural excellence, which is also shown on this slide. You can find it as reliability, security, cost optimization, operational excellence, and performance efficiency, which made us kind of ensure that it's really bring the benefit and value for the public users who may use such mechanism and who may use Microsoft Azure itself as efficient as possible to rely and to provide enough service for all public organizations and state entities. So from the audit perspective of view, IT audit of public user cloud services can help identify and resolve some issues related to implementation of cloud computing assets and document adequacy and effectiveness of Microsoft Azure service. And within our research and methodology, we just provide some main important standpoint based on the experience of ISAC organization, which provides them some main pain points and points of additional attention, which shown on this slide. So within our methodology, we made the control objectives of resource security process, which helps IT auditor to define the risk zones and issues as a part of our research and methodology, as well as indicative checklists with individual control. And here on the slide you can find the example. However, it's a bit more detailed in our introduced in our paper. Also, within our research, we have provided the recommendation for IT auditors, and based on ETAF, of course, and we show some following information based on results of testing, and it's like lack of control and their ineffectiveness, significant violation of controls, likelihood that such vulnerabilities will result in a significant disruption of material deficiency. And there is some procedures and audit procedures which IT auditors should follow, which also shown on this slide. You can easily find it. And finally, IT auditors should be ready and prepare and agree with the public user subject of IT audit proposals and recommendation for following up the activities, and which will allow them during such a process of audit to determine specific steps and implementation of corrective measures that will contribute to achieve the identified goals. So as a conclusion, we could say that Azure cloud services and the auditors will offer proposals and recommendations that will contribute Azure compliance and VFR by public users, so will improve the quality of workload, optimize security measures, and a lot of other things, which I believe kind of important. And in a view of above, we can say it can be noted that storage of public user data in cloud storage will contribute to the reduction of the costs for the construction and expansion of implementation of state cloud computing. So it also will stimulate the transition to the cloud model in most of the sectors of economy of Ukraine, which is extremely important, I believe, in the period of the Russian invasion and armed aggression and the risks of destruction of critical infrastructure of Ukraine. And finally, it will create the condition for the effective use of state resources through the introduction of new technologies and processing of state information resources. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.